Texas Snowmageddon, Jeremy Knight, the Night Group, your favorite Austin realtor. Thanks for joining me today. Obviously my background's a little bit different. This is the first day in quite a few days that I've actually been able to go outside and not be under freezing. Texas Snowmageddon, let's talk about it and talk about kind of what happened. So we don't really get storms like this in Texas. This is kind of like a freak phenomenon that happened. You know, we have gotten snow in the past, and what happens is usually it snows for a day and then it warms up and the snow melts off the next day. And that'll happen once every really couple of years. It doesn't happen very often. So today is Saturday, but Friday of the week before, it was sleeting, almost snowing. We thought it was gonna snow. And then Saturday, kind of same thing, sleeted and snowed, but not really anything stuck. So really cool, a lot of people just stuck in their homes. And then Sunday night, so it ended up snowing about 7 inches is what my pool kind of looked like. And then it froze. My house that Monday actually didn't even have water. My pipes froze, so we didn't have water Monday. Tuesday, we didn't have water. In fact, what we had to do was go put hair dryers in our exterior water heaters and warm them up, and then we had water for like 4 or 5 hours, and it shut off, and it actually shut off an entire neighborhood. A lot of people were hurt by this in general. I mean, I'm not telling you this to feel sorry for me by any means, because we got super lucky. The worst of it is we haven't had water really at all the last week. In fact, we probably won't have water for a couple more days at my home. So I'm a little stinky, but, and we lost Wi-Fi for a few days, but a lot of people lost power. It went out in a lot of areas. I saw some critiques and people writing some nasty comments saying that, you know, people in rich areas didn't lose power. I can tell you that that's actually not true. People across Austin lost power. People across Texas lost power. So being a rich or a poor thing, I mean, I think people need to get a little more information, and that's why I'm kind of talking about this, you know. And then the next thing that happened is, you know, it just froze days and days over that. There's a lot of people that had no power, no running water, and were freezing. Lots of friends had issues. The worst part about that is that I couldn't get to them to even bring them anything. My streets were frozen over, snow everywhere, and if you did go out, I mean, you're really risking your own life just to leave. So yeah, it wasn't really the best of scenarios. You know, instantly, if you go into, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, people were mocking Texas for this. For anybody that was mocking Texas for a snowstorm that we haven't seen ever, I just got to say one thing too, and that's, oh, bless your heart. Look, Texas isn't prepared for things like this. I got caught in a snowstorm once in Balmorhea coming back from El Paso, and I had to spend the night in an aid center set up by the Red Cross. And we had to sleep on a cot overnight because the roads were impassable. So it does happen, but we just don't have the infrastructure for this. And it's unfortunate, but that's what happens. And so for people to make fun of us for this, you know, look, we're not set up for that. That's all I can say. Then a lot of people went to blaming specific groups of people for this incident and for the power going off. And look, there's a lot of blame to go around, but I didn't want to set up a video to talk about who we should start blaming and pointing fingers at. Really, what I want to talk about this video and why it pertains to my channel is, number one, yes, I've talked about the weather in the past and how we get freak storms, but what I really want to talk about is the acts of kindness that have happened from this. And this is what I love about Texas and what I love about Austin, is if you scroll through Facebook, especially in my neighborhood, people were asking for things. They needed help, they needed water. Obviously we don't have water now. There's people going out of their way to give each other things, kids without formulas, without diapers, and our neighborhood came together and we're helping each other. And this goes across everywhere. If you just Google Austin acts of kindness during the snowstorm, you'll see all of these stories of people helping each other. And that's what I think I love most about Texas, is that really the culture here is all about helping thy neighbor. And I'm just really impressed with how Texas comes together when we do have adversity, whether it's a hurricane in other states. We're taking in people that are hurt by hurricanes. Obviously we had a hurricane in Houston, and a lot of us came together, took a lot of aid down to Houston to help people in Houston. So that's what I love about Texas, what I love about Austin, is that there are so many acts of kindness. In fact, I've never drank any beer from Meanwhile Brewery, but they're going out and giving people water out of their tanks. Instead of brewing beer right now, they are filling up people's water bottles and helping give them water. I'm going to be a huge fan of Meanwhile Brewing now. Even when this whole pandemic happened in 2020, all these breweries started putting together and started giving out hand sanitizer, making hand sanitizer. So if you think about all of those things, That's why I love Texas. Even in our biggest adversity, when people are mocking us for not being prepared for a storm that we could not really predict would happen to this magnitude, people are coming together and helping each other. And I do want to say a huge thank you to all the line workers, utility workers that braved all these really just terrible below freezing storms, all the people that came in to go to work at HEB, Costco, really all those people that risked their lives, the hospital workers that risked their lives to go into work just so we could have hospitals open. In fact, a lot of hospitals closed, but the line workers are out to try to get us power back and to try to get us utilities back. All of you people that risked your life, the first responders, the police that did amazing works of kindness, I just want to say thank you to all of you people as well, and I want to make sure I notated that. Thank you. There you go, Jeremy Knight, the Night Group. Tell me what you think down below. Have you read some of these stories? Are you personally involved and helped people? I want to hear your stories about this whole snowpocalypse or snowmageddon of 2021. I want to hear it from you in the comments below. Thanks again for subscribing, and thank you for supporting this channel. Have an awesome day.